hot. Video's hot. Yeah, people say, what is the video about? I was like, she's hot. That's what it's about.
A dog, a bar, and good music.
Sounds like a country song.
They put Gary's hair on the microphone now, which I was...
Yeah.
That's brilliant.
They really like to make you feel at home over there. Yeah.
I think we all three got your award here.
This week on Headline Country, Lady Antebellum owns the night in Music City. Rascal Flatts gets a pat on the back for giving back. Country newcomers go back in time for a little 80s flashback. And this old boy, Craig Morgan, begins a new chapter in his career. Plus, we'll introduce you to one of Nashville's favorite singer-songwriters, Will Hoge.
What's going on, guys? It's Lady Antebellum.
And Headline Country starts right now.
Hello, everybody. I'm Stormy Warren, and this is Headline Country. Last week was Country Radio Seminar Week here in Nashville. The decades-long tradition invites radio programmers and DJs from all across the country to Music City to share new music, accolades, and maybe a few adult beverages with their peers. Along with introductions to the artists lined up to pave the future road for country music, the seminar goers also were treated to VIP treatment from some of today's biggest names. Lady Antebellum may be gearing up for their big tour of Europe this summer, but first the band took time out of their busy schedule for a special show right here in Nashville.
Welcome to the 2012 On the Night Tour!
This is a music town. There's so much live music that you hear on a nightly basis here. And so we definitely are coming in tonight with a whole another level of energy, and we hope to really bring it tonight on stage.
It was important for us to make sure Nashville was a stop on the tour. We didn't get a chance to play here last fall, so this is our hometown and wanted to make sure we came through, and especially during this week with all the radio folks in town.
Everybody singing now,
I think what surprised us all is just, so far, I guess, what are we, 10 shows in, and they've all sold out, which is beyond any expectations we had. We definitely, we're going in, feeling like it was time to perform at arenas, but we just didn't, I don't think we could have quite guessed the, the response. It truly is a kind of trial and error process that we found. Just when we think it's perfect, we try it out and it's like, that didn't work.
Mm-hmm.
So
We'll still change it every night, though.
Yeah.
we
It's
do.
always fun to change it up and keep us fresh,
Yeah.
keep us on our toes.
We definitely never walk off stage and go, that was perfect. We've never said that.
Never.
I think we got a great package with Darius, Rucker, and Thompson Square. It's such a great fit.
You got me, baby, I got you.
Lady A, they're all three just awesome people. Their crew is awesome, and Darius he's a great guy.
Darius. He's the sweetest guy in the world.
He's cool, man.
All right.
The last 3 tours I've been on have been so awesome. I don't think I ever want to headline. I just want to keep opening up for people, man. This is a lot of fun.
And that's all right by me.
We feel so blessed to have Thompson Square and Darius out with us on this tour. I mean, I get to hear it every night while I'm, putting my face on and getting ready. It's like they are going crazy for these, for both acts.
Now help us sing, let's hear it.
It really takes me back to not that long ago when we were out on the tour and Run to You went #1, and we, for the first moment, got to put the mic out and they knew it and they sang it back, and it's just one of the coolest feelings, and to know that they're feeling that excitement that we got to feel a couple years ago is just really special.
Would you drive my getaway car?
With Darius, I mean, he's influenced us growing up, especially for the boys, our whole lives, so we feel very, very lucky to have him.
The love of me is the craziest thing that she's ever done.
I mean, we have some late night ping pong battles.
It's kind of our little party area backstage. We kind of like to throw some music on and kind of get fired up for these shows.
They've got a
this custom table with Lady Antebellum. I walked in, I was like, oh, okay, they're serious about this. And it's like custom paddles and everything. I'm just like,
I'm a bad ping pong player, but you know, I make up for it. But I don't know by singing real loud.
I am better than Charles and all of them, but when you're the opening act, I don't want to get kicked off the tour for embarrassing him in front of all of his friends.
We have actually more girls than we ever have in our band and crew, but to have her out here, it's like, you want to go get a manicure? Yes. You know, they never said yes.
And she's good at ping pong.
Yes, most importantly. Let's get back to
most
the ping
importantly, ping pong, number one.
Fresh off their 7th career Grammy Award, Lady A finds themselves in the running for another prestigious honor, voted on by much tougher critics. Kids. Charles, Hillary, and Dave are up for the Favorite Music Group at this year's Kids' Choice Awards, airing live Friday night on Nickelodeon. More from Country Radio Week right here in Nashville after the break. Coming up, Rascal Flatts' latest award bears a striking resemblance to their lead singer. For the bigwigs running the record labels here in Nashville, Country Radio Seminar Week is a chance to celebrate the success of their biggest stars with the people who helped create them, the men and women of country radio. Now, at the same time, they also hope some of their up-and-coming talent get on their radar as well. To see how one label covered all their bases, we took our cameras to Warner Brothers Nashville's bash called Warner Wednesday. You just might recognize a few faces.
Those were the best days of my life.
We're in my mother's basement, Nashville, Tennessee. We just got through rehearsing the set for the 80s tonight, right? It's 80s night, Warner Wednesday at CRS.
Oh, like a virgin. Come on, y'all. Touch for the very first time.
80s style. I was actually going to dress 80s too, get like the scrunchie, and then I was like, no. Let's hear it for the boy. Oh, let's give the boy hey.
We got a couple songs we know from the past we might just bust out. If we're not really feeling it though, we might just hang down here.
But I still haven't found what I'm looking for.
This is a time that everybody's in one place. We get to catch up, we get to talk and play a little music.
We want the funk. Woo! Gotta have that funk.
We're leaving the dance moves up to Rachel tonight.
We got the funk. Gotta have that funk. Oh, we want the funk. Come on. Now, gotta have that funk.
Hey, hold on one second. Hold on. Hey, Jana, your promotion staff and on behalf of the entire Warner Music Group would like to give you a little present tonight.
They presented me with a plaque because I had the most ads as a new artist, and so to see them all come up on stage, all the hard work that we all put in together, it wasn't just me, it was the whole team effort, and it's just a ball of emotions. I was obviously genuinely surprised because I started busting out crying. But he loves me, loves me, loves me. I always have over you. And so of course I totally forget like the second line because I'm like I don't want to sing right now. I want to hug every single radio programmer, you know, that added the song and say thank you to everyone.
Can't get down, can't get down. So get out your seat, jump around, jump around, jump around.
It's a celebration. It's fun. We get to just sing music. It's fun and share and enjoy each other's company.
It feels great to be back.
Amidst the avalanche of new music, Country Radio Seminar also took time to celebrate a group for their efforts off the stage. Rascal Flatts were this year's recipients of the CRS Humanitarians of the Year Award.
Rascal Flatts.
It's hard to call this an award, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
You know, it feels a little awkward to be recognized for something that you feel like you should do, you know, so we're very grateful and very, very humble.
You could have picked any charity in the world, but this one has been your baby. What is it about these kids? What is it about this place?
I think first and foremost we wanted to do something in our community, you know, and to have such an outlet like Vanderbilt Children's Hospital, everything that they stand for, with they don't turn any child away, and meeting the staff over there, and it's just, you know, that place is just a place of hope and success.
We now have the Rascal Flatts Surgery Center, and last year We took care of 15,000 children in that surgery center.
Whatever we can give that hospital, they've given us so much more. That hospital has blessed us so abundantly that you just can't even put into words.
You see these awards and our names are on them and stuff, but I think what's behind this award is a lot of people, a lot of time, a lot of energy, not just the three of us. And so when you see these, there is a lot behind these awards other than just the name on the front of it.
They put Gary's hair on the microphone there, which I was
Yeah.
That's brilliant.
They really like to make you feel at home over there. Yeah.
I think we all three got your awards here.
Can I have one with my hair on it, please? Not Gary's.
And I won't let go.
When we come back, we'll catch up with good old boy Craig Morgan. Craig Morgan is a veteran of country radio seminar. He's been a new face, a celebrated artist, and a mainstay of country radio for over a decade. Now with a fresh start on the brand new Black River record label with his current hit, This Old Boy, Craig is not only rising to new heights as an artist, but he can now add award-winning television star to his resume as well.
This old boy got it going on, got the good Lord smiling on me.
Craig Morgan has done it again. Morgan's latest album, This Old Boy, has breathed new life into his country soul.
The difference between this record and every record I've done in the past, except for my first one, was the excitement behind the process. I went in the studio with an energy for this project that I haven't had since I did my first record. I've been trying to use the analogy when we talk about the first kiss. You know, when you have your very first kiss, you can never do that again, replicate that. But you can come close when you have your first kiss with a new girlfriend. I'm with a new girlfriend, and this album is my first kiss.
Regular Joe's rocking the boat that's us, the Redneck Yacht Club.
People expect a certain style of music, and I'm a guy that does Redneck Yacht Club and tough, so I can cover the gamut. But it's different as those songs are, they're still very much in a vein. You know, I thought we figured it out on the last few albums, but I think we hit a home run with this album in my vein.
His brand new album, which includes 7 tracks he co-wrote, is the first new project he's had in over 3 years. Craig openly admits to taking as much time as he needed to make it. Turns out, that wasn't necessary.
I got most of the vocals on this record, most of what you hear vocally, we got during the tracking session. We looked at it. I spent a total of 6 hours after we tracked this record singing. I did 3 2-hour sessions, and that was it.
This old boy got it going on, got the good Lord smiling on me.
Craig may have spent little time in the studio for this album, but when it came time to shooting the music video for the title track, that was something Craig hoped would last forever, thanks to a special guest actress, Angie Harmon.
Hot! Video's hot. Yeah, people say, what is the video about? It's like, she's hot. That's what it's about. I joke, but that's the reality. That's what it's about. It's about this old boy who's trying to win over his girl, and there's this stupid dog that keeps interfering. And I say stupid, he's not really stupid. Actually, the dog was probably as intelligent as most of us that were in the video. But it was just a fun video. And the song, we talked about how it's a toe-tapping, make you feel good song. The video just amplifies what we were singing about in a visual.
Nobody else gets to hold her but this old boy.
Well, if you're a Joe Nichols fan, you probably recognize Craig's hit, This Old Boy. It first appeared on Joe's It's All Good album last year. It's the second time now that Joe has watched a song from one of his records become a success for another artist. The first was Who Are You When I'm Not Looking, a song Blake Shelton took up the charts. Well, at least Joe has good taste in music. Look for Craig's new album featuring the title track This Old Boy later this spring. Still to come, Will Hoge makes the most of his second chance. If you live in Nashville, you often become spoiled by the caliber of artists playing the city's bars and clubs each and every night. Some go on to become stars, while others continue to hone their craft in hopes of getting their big shot. And then there are the few that have the best of both worlds. A steady career playing locally with the local fame to go with it. That seemed to be the path for one of Music City's favorite sons, Will Hoge. Now it looks like the rest of the world is finally catching on to our little secret. He's been on the road with Dierks, played the Opry with Vince, and recorded 7 of his own studio albums. And while music has always been a huge part of Will Hoge's existence, it wasn't until later in life that he discovered just how much.
Well, music was always such a part of my life growing up. My grandfather was a saxophone player in a big band here in Nashville in the 40s. And then my dad and my uncle were both rock musicians. So it was always such a part of my life. I didn't ever really consider it for a profession. You know, I thought that I was going to be a school teacher. Once I got a guitar when I was in high school and started playing, I just fell in love with it pretty hard and realized that girls liked singers a lot more than history teachers. So I made the switch.
In 2008, Will found himself in critical condition following a brutal head-on collision.
We were in the process of making a record when the accident happened. I was driving home from here in West Nashville over to where I live in Inglewood, and on a motor scooter, and got hit head-on by a 15-passenger van, full speed. It took a solid year and a half to really get back to even to walking somewhat normally. So it was certainly a trying time, but ultimately I think we're all stronger for it. I think the music is stronger for it. I'm stronger as a person for it, I think.
Trying to avoid being trapped inside a musical box, Will has toured with all genres of bands from heavy rock to country.
This time last year we were out on the road with Shinedown, who's a modern heavy rock band, and now we're on the road with Dierks Bentley. So I've always looked at it like that's the beauty of it. Instead of a negative, I look at it like it's a positive. I think it is this brand of rock and roll or country rock or country soul or whatever that is that does kind of reach a whole lot of people.
I can hear 'em singing, keep on dreaming, even if it breaks your heart.
Eli Young Band's current single is one of Will's songs, Even If It Breaks Your Heart, a song that Will wrote when he was recovering from his accident.
I kind of felt so much of that song was incredibly autobiographical, falling in love with rock and roll, listening to the radio when you were a little kid. I heard that the Eli Young guys were going to cut it. I guess that was the moment that I realized sometimes the most personal songs are almost more universal.
Open up, I'm coming through.
I love to hear a song where I feel like that person captured something that I would have felt or wanted to say. So that's ultimately what I hope that folks, you know, come to one of these shows or see the video or hear a record. I hope that that's a connection that's made, because I think that if you can make that connection, it really starts to be a reciprocal thing between the fan and the artist and the band and the audience, and all that really starts to be special.
Number 7, Will's 7th album, is now available wherever you buy music. And on April 1st, Will travel to San Marcos, Texas to find out if he is the winner of the Lone Star Music Awards Songwriter of the Year honor. So cool to see Will finally get the attention he's deserved for a long time. Well, that's it for this week. Until next Thursday, keep up with everything going on in country at gactv.com or headlinecountry.net. And you can tweet us at Headline Country or Stormy Warren. Take care, everybody.